J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The Journey from Platform 9 3/4. Chapter 6. "Oh, Neville," he heard the old woman sigh. A boy with deadlocks was surrounded by a small crowd. "Give us a look, Lee. Go on." The boy lifted the lid of a box in his arms, and the people around him shivered and yelled as something inside poked out a long, hairy leg. Harry pressed on through the crowd until he found an empty compartment near the end of the train. He put Hagrid inside his first, and then started to show and have his trunk towards the train door. He tried to lift it up the steps, but he could hardly raise in the end, and twice he dropped it painfully on his foot. "Want a hand?" It was one of the red-haired twins he'd followed through the ticket box. "Yes, please," Harry panted. "Oi, Fred, come here and help." With the twins' help, Harry's trunk was at the last tucked away in a corner of the compartment. "Thanks," said Harry, pushing his sweaty hair out of his eyes. "What's that?" said one of the twins, suddenly pointed at Harry's lightning scarf. "Blimey," said the other twin. "Are you?" "He is," said the first twin. "Aren't you?" he added to Harry. "What?" said Harry. "Harry Potter," cursored the twins. "Oh, him," said Harry. I mean, yes, I am." The two boys gawped at him, and Harry felt himself going red. Then, to his relief, a voice came floating in through the train's open door. "Fred, George, are you there?" "Come in, Mom." With a last look at Harry, the twins hopped off the train. Harry sat down next to the window, where, half hidden, he could watch the red-haired family on the platform and hear what they were saying. Their mother had just taken out her handkerchief. "Ron, you got something on your nose." The youngest boy tried to jerk out the way, but she grabbed him and began rubbing the end of his nose. "Mom, Giraffe," he riddled free. His Uncle Ronnie got something in his nose," said one of the twins. "Shut up," said Ron. "Where's Percy?" said their mother. "He's coming now." The oldest boy came straight into sight. He had already changed into his billowing black Hogwarts robes, and Harry noticed a shiny red and gold badge on his chest with the letter P on it. "Can't stay long, Mother," he said. "I'm up front. The prefects have got 2 compartments to themselves." "Oh, are you prefect, Percy?" said one of the twins with an air of great surprise. "You should have said something. We had no idea." "Hang on. I think I remember him saying about it," said the other twin. "Once or twice, a minute, all summer." "Oh, shut up," said Percy, the prefect. "How come Percy get the new robes, anyway?" said one of the twins. "Because he's a prefect," said their mother fondly. "All right, dear. Well, have a good time. Send me an owl where you get there." She kissed Percy on the cheek, and he left. Then she turned to the twins. "Now, you two, this year you behave yourselves. If I get one more owl telling me you blown up the toilet, or blown up a toilet, we've never blown out a toilet." "Great idea, though. Thanks, Mom." "It's not funny," and looked after Ron. Don't worry, Uncle Ronnikins is safe with us." "Shut up," said Ron again. He was almost as tall as the twins already, and his nose was still pink where his mother had rubbed it. "Hey, Mom, guess what? Guess who we just met on the train?" Harry leaned back quickly so they couldn't see him looking. "You know that black-haired boy who was near us in the station? Know who he is?" "Who?" "Harry Potter." Harry heard the little girl's voice. "Oh, Mom, can I go on the train and see him? Oh, Mom, oh, please." "You've already seen him, Ginny, and the poor boy isn't something you goggle at it in zoo." "Is he really, Fred? How do you know?" "Asked him. Saw his scarf. It's really there like lightning." "Poor dear, no wonder he was alone. I wondered. He was ever so polite when he asked how to get on the platform." "Never mind that. Do you think he remembers what you-know-who looks like?" The mother suddenly became very stern. "I forbid you to ask him, Fred. No, don't you dare. As though he needs reminding of that on his first day of school." All right, keep your hat on. A whistle sounded. Hurry up, the mother said, and the three boys climbed onto the train. They leaned out of the window for her to kiss them goodbye, and the younger sister began to cry. Don't, Ginny. We'll send you lots of holes. We'll send you a Hogwarts toilet seat. George! Only joking, Mom. The train began to move. Harry saw the boy's mother waving and the sister, half laughing, half crying, running to keep up with the train until it gathered too much speed. Then she fell back and waved. Harry watched the girl and her mother disappear as the train rounded the corner. This is the picture. You can also see it here. This same picture. Houses flashes past the window. Harry felt a great leap of excitement. He didn't know what he was going to do, but it's hard to be better than he was always leaving behind. Okay. The door of the compartment slid open and the youngest red-headed boy came in. Anyone sitting here? He asked, pointing at the seat opposite Harry. Everyone else is full. Harry shook the hand and forced sat down. And Dada was quickly out of the window, pretending he hadn't looked. Harry saw he still had a black mark on his nose. Hey, Ron! The twins were back. Listen, we're going down the middle of the train. Lee Jordan's got a giant tarantula down there. Right, mumbled Ron. Harry, said the other twin, did we introduce ourselves? Fred and George Weasley, and this is Ron, our brother. See you later then. Right, mumbled. Bye, said Harry and Ron. The twins slid the compartment door shut behind them. Are you ready, Harry Potter? Ron blurted out. Harry nodded. Oh, well, I thought it might be one of Fred and George's jokes, said Ron. And have you really got, you know? He pointed at Harry's forehead. Forehead. Harry pulled back his ring to show him the light in his car. Ron's dead. So that's why you know who? Yes, said Harry. But I can't remember it. Nothing, said Ron eagerly. Well, I remember a lot of green lights, but nothing else. Wow, said Ron. He sat and stared at Harry for a few moments. Then, as though he had suddenly realized what he was doing, he looked quickly out of the window again. Are all your family wizards? Asked Harry, who found Ron just as interesting as Ron found him. Yes, I think so, said Ron. I think Mom's got a second cousin who's an oncousant, but we never talk about him. So you must know lots of magic already. The Weasleys were clearly one of those old wizarding families in the Pale Boy in Diagon Alley had talked about. I heard you went to live with Muggles, said Ron. What are they like? Well, horrible. Well, not all of them. My aunt and uncle are cousins all, though. Wish I'd had 3 wizard brothers. 5, said Ron. For some reason, he was looking gloomy. I'm the 6th in our family to go to Hogwarts. You could say I've got a lot to live up to. Bill and Charlie have already left. Bill was head boy and Charlie was captain of Quidditch. Now, Percy's a prefect. Fred and George mess around a lot, but they still get really good marks, and everyone thinks they're really funny. Everyone accepts me to do as well as the others, but if I do, it's not a big deal, because they did it first. You never get anything new either with 5 brothers. I've got Bill's old ropes, Charlie's old wand, and Percy's old rat. Ron reached inside his jacket and pulled out a fat grey rat, which was asleep. His name's Scabbers, and he's useless. He hardly even wakes up. Percy got an owl from my dad for being made a perfect, but they couldn't have. I got Scabbers instead. Ron's ears went pink. He seemed to think he had said too much, because he went back to staring out of the window. Harry didn't think there was anything wrong with not being able to have found an owl. After all, he'd never had any money in his life until a month ago, and he told Ron so about having to wear Dudley's old clothes and never getting proper birthday presents. These seemed to be cheer Ron up.